We welcome you back to the Vicky Kazee Hollifield Softball Complex for Game 2 of this doubleheader between Carson-Newman and Milligan. Eagles going for the sweep after a 6-0 win in Game 1 of the Twin Bill. Bree Presnell did a nice job for keeping the Eagles off balance for 5 innings. He's only had 2 runs for the first 5 innings, but exploded for 4 in the bottom of the 6th. And pitched a 2-hit shutout to collect the 6-0 win. And now for Game 2, the Eagles turn to Nicolette Ferguson in the circle. Her 20th appearance, but just the 5th start of the season for Ferguson. She is 5-3 in 47 2/3 innings, 19 strikeouts against 19 walks, and opponents hitting .330 this season off of Ferguson. Ferguson has been the starter here of late for Carson-Newman for doubleheaders. She pitched and started against Converse in a 4-inning win on April 8th. Pitched and started 4 innings at Tusculum in a loss on April 10th. We are underway at 3:59 p.m. with the first pitch low to Maggie Johnson to begin this game with ball 1 at 1-0. So 1 minute ahead of schedule. 1-0. Swing a bouncing ball past Matazowski at second. Ball rolls into right center field where Brooks scoops it up. And the leadoff batter aboard for Maggie Johnson on that single through the right side. Well, you might have heard Matazowski at second. Carson-Newman has shuffled things up mightily from game number 1. And I think, according to Michael Graves, it's more toward trying to generate some offense as Mia Grassi stands in. She had the only 2 hits of the day for Milligan in game number 1. Ferguson sights the sign and pitches upstairs for a ball, 1-0. New third baseman, Winter Morris. She starts her first career game at third base. Hayden Dye is at short, unchanged there. Brooke Matazowski is playing second base for the first time in her collegiate career that spans 6 seasons and 2 schools. The 1-0 is in the turf. It bounces away from Macaulay Bailey. Stealing second is Johnson. That is her 13th stolen base of the season, and for the first time in the doubleheader, Milligan has a runner in scoring position. Pitch was off the plate, or bouncing on the plate for Nicolette Ferguson, but Johnson was moving, so credit her with a stolen base. And then Elena Smith starts at first for Carson-Newman. 2-0. Grassi shows bunt. Stealing third successfully is Johnson. Bailey a tad late getting out of her crouch. Johnson aggressive. Takes third base. Macaulay Bailey out from behind home plate to have a word with the infield. Milligan hyper aggressive on the base paths here early. Looking to light the lamp first here in game number 2. Johnson singles to the right side. She steals second. She steals third. Carson-Newman with this new look defensively. Dye has started every game this season at short, but Morris making her first career start at third. Brooke Matazowski, who has played 2 years at Carson-Newman, 4 years at Eastern Connecticut State, and still going thanks to that double COVID year that Division III offered. And Elena Smith with her 3rd career start at first. Not your typical infield for the Eagles. The 3-0. Swinging and a ground ball to third. Morris knocks it down, looks the runner, throw to first. Is in time to Elena Smith. Textbook for Winter Morris in her first start at third, checking on Johnson. And there's one away. Morris did not scoop it cleanly, but has a strong arm and is able to throw out Grassi at first base. Brings up the designated player, Wheeler. Ferguson pitches, and Wheeler takes a strike at the belt. It's 0-1. 1 out, Johnson on third. Singled and then stole second and third. And Milligan threatening for a run here in the top of the first with no score. Ferguson pitches. Swung on, lifted to left, long run, but making the play is Kennedy Warder. Johnson races back to the third base bag with no throw as Warder comes all the way into the infield to hand it off. And there's 2 away. Well done by Kennedy Warder. A long run for her to make the play. Milligan looking for a 2-out hit from Laney Lloyd. Carson-Newman's outfield, Warder in left, Brooks in center, and Hughes in right. The pitch. A strike at the knees. It's 0-1 to Lloyd. What a win this would be for Carson-Newman if they can strand Johnson at third after she singled and stole 2 bases. 0-1. Bounces in the turf, blocked by Bailey. 1-1. So from game 1 to game 2, the only 2 players who are in the positions that they were starting in game 1 are the catcher Bailey and the shortstop Dye. The 1-1. That's a strike at the knees. 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs on a warm and balmy Tuesday afternoon on the banks of Mossy Creek. Ferguson, the 1-2 offering. Swinging a bouncing ball to third. Morris scoops at the waist, throws to first in time to get Lloyd. So the Eagles do the job. Johnson, after the leadoff single and 2 stolen bases, gets stuck at third. Buffs, no runs, a hit, no errors with a runner left in scoring position after the top of the first. No score between Carson-Newman and Milligan. This is the Eagle Sports Network.
When you're sick and tired of fast food and need a fresh home-cooked meal, turn to Lisa's Country Kitchen. Lisa's been cooking up her fresh, never-frozen food for the Lakeway area for more than 15 years. Lisa's cares about her customers. You may enter a stranger, but you'll leave a friend. From foot-long hot dogs to juicy steaks, Lisa's has the best food for the best prices.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
No score after a half inning. Carson-Newman strands Milligan's leadoff batter Maggie Johnson on third base. Now Macy Hughes leads things off for the Eagles, hitting .424 against Milligan starter Sadie Schoen, whose first pitch is in for a strike, 0-1. Schoen's a sophomore with a 2-3 record and a 4.56 ERA. 15 appearances. This is just her 4th start of the season. She has come on here late in the month of April to start. The pitch inside at the belt for a ball to Hughes, 1-1. In 35 1/3 innings, opponents have tallied 56 hits off Schoen. Opponents hitting .359 against her. The pitch, Hughes turns on it, singles it through the left side of the infield. A leadoff base knock for Macy Hughes. So after a multi-hit day in game number 1 when she went 2 for 4 and scored 2 runs, drove in her 163rd career run, starts off game 2 with a base hit. That's now 5 straight games for Macy Hughes with a knock. 14 in a row where she's reached base, and up comes Hayden Dye. Schoen pitches, and Dye takes off the plate away for a ball, 1-0. Schoen in 35 1/3 innings has only struck out 6 and walked 13. I would say she pitches well to contact. Doesn't give up a ton of extra base hits. The 1-0. Dye flips it foul to the backstop. It's 1-1. In fact, of the 57 hits she has given up, only 14 are for extra bases. 1-1. Schoen pitches. And Dye takes a strike at the knees on the outer half. 1-2. 4.56 ERA on the season for Schoen. Her fourth start, her previous three, she did not go a complete game. So if she goes the distance like Bree Presnell did, it'd be a collector's item. 1-2. Line drive into right. That's down for a base hit for Hayden Dye. Eagles go station to station on Dye's single to right. And the first two reach for the Eagles to set the table for Macaulay Bailey. She was 1 for 4 in game number 1. Did miss a home run by a foot. No win to speak of for Bailey. With 2 on and nobody out, and they're in a scoreless bottom of the first. 385 batter leads the league with 52 batted in. She takes down and in for a ball, 1-0. Slew of action across the South Atlantic Conference today. Only one game featuring is a conference doubleheader, the 1-0. Bailey pounds it foul off of third, 1-1. Catawba won game 1 against Limestone 5-1, and the Indians are in the driver's seat on the Saints 5-1 through 4 in the nightcap of game 2. Mars Hill beat Carolina University 8-0 in 6 innings in game 1, but trails 3-2 in the bottom of the third of the nightcap. 1-1. Off speed and outside on the plate. At the belt for Bailey. She's behind in the count for 1-2. Lenny Fox, our home plate umpire for the nightcap. Randy Peralt is in the field. The 1-2 offering. Bailey swings, launches it straight away center field. Goodbye, Glow Ball. Hello, soccer field. Career home run number 30 for Macaulay Bailey. And the Eagles lead it 3-0. Bailey tanks a 1-2 pitch to straightaway center field and dons the pink hat for the 30th time in her career. 4th player in school history with 30 career jacks. She hits her league-leading 15th of the season. By the way, tied for the second most in a single season in school history. Bases are empty and the Eagles are up 3-0 with Brooke Matazowski to the plate. Schoen pitches, and Matazowski takes on the outside edge for a strike, 0-1. Explosive start for the Eagles, singles for Hughes and Dye, and Bailey on a 1-2 pitch clobbers a homer. 0-1. Outside to Matazowski, 1-1. Matazowski was 0 for 2 with a walk in game number 1. 1-1, bounces in the turf for ball 2. 2-1. Two and one. Schoen deals. Matazowski swings. Fly ball to right. Going back to the warning track is Brown, reaching up and pulling it in front of the Eagles' sack championship years. And Matazowski's retired on a well-struck ball to right. Brown was playing back, still had a bit of a run, but she's able to leg it out for out number 1. Brings up Brooklyn Lucero. 1 for 2 with a double, a walk, and an RBI in game 1, and Lucero takes high for a ball, 1-0. One ball, no strikes, 1 out. Base is empty for the Eagles after Macaulay Bailey's 3-run moonshot to center. 1-0. Downstairs for ball 2. So the reigning sack player of the week, Bailey, has staked the Eagles to a 3-0 lead. Off the launching pad. 2-0. Schoen delivers. Lucero swings. Line drive, left center field. This ball has the distance to clear the fence. Lucero homers for the 4th time this season. And it's 4-0 Carson-Newman. Four nothing Eagles as Lucero goes yard. And Carson-Newman has jumped on Milligan here early. Carson-Newman out to a 4-0 lead off of Lucero's home run. And the lineup keeps moving for Winter Morris, who takes low for a ball, 1-0. The pitch. That's in for a strike. 1-1 to Morris. The pitch. Hit foul. 1-2. One ball and 2 strikes to Winter Morris. Hit foul back again. A 4-0 lead for the Eagles in the bottom of the first. All via the long ball. Bailey a 3-run jack. Lucero a solo shot. 1 out, nobody on. The 1-2. Well upstairs to Morris, and it's 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Shown the pitch. Morris stings a line drive into center field. That's bouncing up to Johnson for a base hit. 5th hit of the inning for Carson-Newman. Carson-Newman has started hot here in the nightcap. Milligan defensively goes Vigil, York, Lawson, and Halliburton third to first. Lloyd catches game 2, and the outfield Grassi in left, Johnson in center, and Brown in right. And out comes Wes Hawley for a visit in the circle, and this will be the end of the line for Sadie Schoen. So she gives up 5 hits and 4 runs, and Milligan will make a pitching change. Back after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
There's something about a small community that unites us, whether it's cheering on our favorite team or the way we come together in a crisis. Small communities are made up of people with big hearts. We're dedicated to hard work and innovation through sunny days and stormy nights. AEC is always here, powering the people and the places that make our community a spectacular place to call home. AEC, power what matters most.
Insurance, it's about people, not things. It's about security. It's about confidence. It's about relationships. It's about trust. It's about you. As a local independent agent, Bible Insurance Agency can design an insurance program that's just right for you and your family. Give the people you love safe, sound, secure protection from Auto Owners Insurance. Call Bible Insurance Agency 423-586-4320 or go by 1600 East Andrew Johnson Highway in Morristown.
Milligan has gone to the bullpen. Jordan Wheeler is in to pitch. Wheeler, 7 2/3 innings on the season, has given up 6 hits and 4 runs. She has not pitched often for the Buffaloes. Does not have a record. And this is just her 3rd appearance of the season. Eagles get to the starters. Sadie Schoen and chaser from the game after a 1/3 of an inning. 2 home runs and 5 hits. Exits after allowing 4 runs to cross, and now Elena Smith comes to the plate for the Eagles. Wheeler pitches, and Smith takes upstairs for a ball, 1-0. 1-0 to Smith. Wheeler deals. Smith takes low for a ball, 1-0 or 2-0. Elena Smith. Climbs back in. The 2-0. High and tight to the head. 3-0 from Wheeler. Morris on first. 4 runs across for the Eagles. A 3-run home run from Macaulay Bailey. A solo shot from Brooklyn Lucero. 3-0 to Smith. Wheeler pitches. And Smith takes a strike at the knees. 3-1. Smith takes upstairs for ball 4. So a 5-pitch walk for Elena Smith. And the Eagles have 2 on base for Kennedy Warder. Warder playing in left field today. She's caught 24 games, but has run into a spot of bother after contracting a stomach bug last week. It's been a touch weak and under the weather. She'll get the game 2 start in the field and take strike 1, 0-1. Can take a while to recover from those stomach viruses. 0-1, bounces in the turf for a ball, 1-1. Even when the virus leaves your system, you can be left feeling weak for a little bit after. Just trying to get the fluids back in your body. 1-1 to Warder. Wheeler pitches. High for a ball, 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Morris and Smith on second and first, respectively. Eagles have already scored 4 runs off of 5 hits in the inning, looking for more. Wheeler brings the 2-1 to the plate. Bounces in the turf for ball 3. And now Wheeler in danger of walking the bases loaded. Well, upstairs. That's over the head of Lloyd. Would have been a wild pitch, but Morris and Smith are already moving up due to the walk, and the bases are loaded. So Wheeler on in relief. Has walked 2. And now up comes Trinity Brooks. Infield in. On the lefty slapper, Brooks. A force at every bag for the Buffs with 1 out. First pitch to Brooks is low for a ball, 1-0. 11 pitches for Wheeler in relief, 2 for strikes. Brooks was 0 for 3 in game number 1. Here's the 1-0. Well, upstairs, Lloyd out of her crouch to pluck it, 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes, 1 out. We're still in the bottom of the first. Eagles saw the first 3 batters of the game all hit successfully, with Bailey's 3-run home run giving the Eagles the lead. A solo shot for Lucero with 1 out to make it 4-0, and now the Eagles have the bases loaded. The 2-0 bounces in the turf for ball 3. 3-0 to Brooks. And Wheeler in danger here of walking in another run. Eagles have loaded the bases with Winter Morris single and back-to-back 5-pitch walks to Smith and Warder. Wheeler looking to find the zone here. 3-0. Brooks takes her a strike on the inner half of the handles, 3-1. 14 pitches, 3 strikes for Wheeler. Does Brooks have the green light to swing at 3-1? Wheeler pitches. Brooks swings and misses at a pitch upstairs. That would have been ball 4. And it's 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Payoff pitch forthcoming. And Wheeler bounces it in the turf for ball 4. So a bases loaded walk. 3 straight bases on balls for Wheeler in this relief outing. And it's a 5-0 lead for the Eagles as Brooks drives in her 8th run of the season. 5-0 Eagles, and speed to burn on the base pass as the lineup comes back to the top of the order for Macy Hughes. Eagles have batted around. Smith on third, Warder on second, Brooks on first. First pitch to Macy Hughes. Big looper, crosses at head height for a ball 1-0. If that was baseball, that'd be an eephus pitch. 1-0. Wheeler deals. Hughes takes low for a ball, 2-0. Wheeler trying to find the zone. 18 pitches. She's thrown 4 strikes and walked all 3 batters she's faced in this relief effort. 2-0. Bases loaded, 1 out. The pitch. Hughes takes a strike at the knees. It's 2-1. 5 runs for the Eagles off of 5 hits here in the bottom of the first. 3 straight walks from Wheeler. 2-1. Hughes swings, pummels it to left. That's a base hit. Rolls up to the left fielder, Grassi. Hughes slides in head first to second with a double. Smith and Warder score, and it's a 7-run bottom of the first for Carson-Newman. A 2 RBI double for Macy Hughes. She's got a pair of multi-hit efforts for the Twin Bill. And Carson-Newman in the driver's seat, up big early, 7-0. 7 runs off of 6 hits in the inning. The 11th player of the inning comes to the plate for Carson-Newman in Hayden Dye. Still only 1 out. And the first pitch to Hayden Dye is in for a strike at the knees, 0-1. Dye singled through the right side her first time up. 7-0 Eagles. 1 out, 2 in scoring position. The pitch off the plate away to Dye. It's 1-1. Milligan on to its second pitcher, Jordan Wheeler, who has faced 4 batters and is yet to record an out. She's responsible for Brooks on third and Hughes on second. 1-1 to Dye. Wheeler pitches. Looping change, hangs high, head height. Ball 2. 2 balls, a strike. 1 out. Eagles in the driver's seat here in the bottom of the first. 2-1 to Dye. Wheeler pitches. Dye swings, lifts it to right. Drifting back to the warning track is Brown. She corrals it in. Tagging from third and scoring is Trinity Brooks. No throw in from the infield. Hughes moves to third. It's a sacrifice fly for Hayden Dye. And Carson-Newman leads 8-0. Second out of the inning. An 8-0 lead for the Eagles in the bottom of the first. And now Macaulay Bailey to the plate. Homer to left her first time up, and she takes high for a ball to begin at-bat number 2 of the inning, 1-0. 12th Eagle in the order to hit this inning. Carson-Newman now trying to put together a little 2-out rally and make things even more challenging. 1-0. Bailey pops it up sky high. It's along the first base line. Bailey was not looking. She turns and collides with Halliburton. It's a big collision. And Bailey ruled out on interference. Macaulay Bailey just wasn't looking. And she absolutely waylaid Jalen Halliburton on a sky-high pop-up in foul ground. Had her head turned late, and she and Halliburton collided. And that is how the inning comes to an end on interference for Macaulay Bailey. 8-0. Carson-Newman leads after 1. This is the Eagle Sports Network.
Don't know what to wear on game day? Head over to shopseeandeagles.com for all of your Carson-Newman athletics gear. You can find clothing from Adidas, Columbia, Nike, and Under Armour to cover you from head to toe. ShopSeeAndEagles.com also has duffel bags, backpacks, jewelry, pet supplies, and gifts. Don't waste any more time. Prove you are the ultimate Carson-Newman fan with the official gear of the Eagles at ShopSeeAndEagles.com. Visit today.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long, from the morning with her $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Well, Carson-Newman hangs an 8th spot in the bottom of the first inning to take control of this one early. 8 runs off of 6 hits for the Eagles. 3-run home run for Macaulay Bailey. Solo shot for Brooklyn Lucero. A bases-loaded walk for Trinity Brooks. A 2-run double for Macy Hughes. And a sacrifice fly for Hayden Dye. Got all that? Regardless, Eagles up big. Halliburton will lead off the top of the second after she got truck-sticked by Macaulay Bailey on interference to end the first, and she takes a first pitch strike. 0-1. 0-1. Halliburton fouls it off her feet, and she's behind in the count, 0-2. I mean, Macaulay Bailey didn't even have a full head of steam. Call up Ashley Ingram. He might have found a quality B back there in Macaulay Bailey if she could do that level of damage. 0-2. Swing and a miss on a pitch that gets away from Bailey Worley. It rolls to the Milligan dugout. No throw, and Halliburton aboard on a strikeout wild pitch. And now Milligan will bring in a pinch runner in the form of Kylie Blevins. So Blevins pinch running at first. And right fielder Alexis Brown to the plate. Brown's hitting .385, was 0 for 3 in game 1. As Ferguson pitches, and Brown takes inside for a ball, 1-0. 8-0 Eagles leading after 1. Strikeout, wild pitch has Halliburton reaching, and now a pinch running Blevins on first. Hit and run on. Brown fouls it to the backstop, 1-1. Blevins 3 stolen bases in 6 attempts. Has good speed at first. 1-1. Ferguson brings the 1-1 to the plate. Check swing the pitch down. Worley throw to second. Dye applies the tag, but a fraction of a second too late. Blevins steals it. Third stolen base of the game for the Buffs. And a pitch downstairs. It's 2-1. 2 balls and 1 strike to Alexis Brown. Ferguson wheels and deals. A changeup that's grounded to short. Dye freezes the runner, throw to first, gets away from Elena Smith, and then gets kicked to the dugout. Smith will chase the runner back to third. No pickle. And there's 2 in scoring position for the Buffs. So an error on the play. Brown reaches on an error. Blevins moves to third. Charge the error to Elena Smith. at first base. 2 in scoring position for Haley Vigil. The first pitch a strike, 0-1. So Brown reaches on an error and gets to move to second on the error. Blevins advances to third. And the Buffs have 2 in scoring position without registering a hit. The 0-1 hit foul to the backstop, 0-2. Halliburton reached, striking out on a wild pitch. Blevins pinch running for her, steals second. Brown reaches on the muff throw at first. Now 2 in scoring position as a result. Milligan trying to make some inroads into this 8-0 deficit. The 0-2. Downstairs for a ball, it's 1-2. One and two. Ferguson pitches. Hit to first. Smith fields. Throws home. Everybody chased back. And there's one away. Smith takes the guaranteed out at first. Looks away Blevins and Brown to keep them in scoring position. And there's one away for Lawson. Brown had a big lead off of second. That's never who Smith was going to be worried about with the speedy Blevins at third. Brings up Lawson, who bunts. A foul ball. And Lawson will come back to the box. So Lawson trying to drop down a squeeze bunt to score Blevins. Wes Hawley's club certainly does have the speed to pull that off. And Hawley now meeting with Lawson to discuss strategy here. Lawson 0 for 2 in game 1. Her first trip to the plate here in the nightcap. A 1. Swing and a miss. Lawson late, and it's 0-2. Nothing in 2. Ferguson fires. Hit foul to the backstop. Count remains, no balls and 2 strikes. Nothing in 2. Ferguson pitches. Hit foul to the backstop again by Lawson. She stays alive with a defensive cut. No balls and 2 strikes. Eight 0 Eagles, but Milligan threatening with Blevins and Brown in scoring position and 1 away. Ferguson set for the 0-2 and pitching. Swung on, lifted to center. Brooks a run. Gives chase, but it's out of here. Lawson homers for the 3rd time this season. A 3-run blast makes it a 5-run game. 8-3, Eagles leading. Base is empty now. Second hit of the day. Clears the fence. And it's 8-3 Eagles. Michael Graves has his lineup card out. And this may be the end of the line for Nicolette Ferguson. Indeed it is. So Carson-Newman going to make a pitching change. More on the Eagles' new hurler when we come back after this on the Eagle Sports Network.
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
Carson-Newman makes the call to the bullpen. Sierra Rogers enters to pitch for the Eagles. 1-4 on the year with a 7.38 ERA. 37 innings of work for Rogers. Has struck out 40 and walked 32. She enters with the bases empty with an 8-3 lead. And depending on how she pitches, will be the pitcher of record as Ferguson does not hit the pitching minimum to qualify for a win with a 1 1/3 inning start. Sadie Schoen to the plate for the Buffs as Rogers deals. And Schoen takes a strike at the knees, 0-1. A bit of hard luck for Nicolette Ferguson. She struck out the first batter of the inning, Halliburton, but she reached on a wild pitch, the 0-1. Low for a ball, 1-1. Then a muffed throw at first let Alexis Brown reach. And so with 2 in scoring position, instead of a solo shot from Lawson with 2 out off an 0-2 pitch, gives up a 3-run bomb, the 1-1. Down and into Schoen, 2-1. One of the 3 runs across unearned. 1 out, the base is empty, and an 8-3 lead for the Eagles. Rogers, 2-1 in pitching. Finds the zone for a strike at the knees, 2-2. Two and two. The pitch. Fouled off, 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. Rogers pitches to Schoen. Downstairs for ball 3. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Full count to Schoen. Rogers back aboard the slab. Gets the sign from Worley. Time called. Hold the phone. We'll wait on this payoff pitch. Rogers back aboard the slab. Here's the 3-2. In the turf for a ball. Schoen works the 1-out walk. So Sadie Schoen aboard. And the lineup turns back to the top of the order for Maggie Johnson, who singled to lead off the game. Top of the second inning, Eagles up 8-3. 1 out and 1 on for the Buffs. Johnson a single through the right side, swings at the first pitch and fouls it back, 0-1. Nothing in 1. Rogers pitches. Johnson takes upstairs for ball, 1-1. One and one. Rogers the pitch. Swinging a line drive into right center field. That's down for a base hit. Going to be extra bases. It rolls all the way to the wall. Brooks scoops it up. Schoen around third. No throw from the cutoff Matazowski. It's a one-out RBI double to right center from Johnson. And the Buffs have cut the lead in half. 8-4 Eagles. Here in the top of the second. One out. Still one on in scoring position. And Grassi to the plate. Grassi's 0 for 1 with a ground out to third. As Rogers pitches. Grassi takes low for a ball, 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out. 8-4 Eagles lead. Milligan has scored 4 times in the inning off of 2 hits and an error. In theory, the inning should have been over long ago. The 1-0. Grassi takes it below the knees for ball 2, 2-0. However, Halliburton reached on a strikeout wild pitch. Brown reached on an error. And thus, the inning continues for the Buffs, and they've taken advantage. Lawson a 3-run home run. Johnson an RBI double to right center. The 2-0. Hit foul backing out of play, 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. 8-4. Eagles leading in the top of the second. An 8-run bottom of the first for Carson-Newman. But Milligan has chopped the lead in half. 2-1. Rogers fires. Low for a ball, 3-1. 3 balls, a strike and an out. 8-4 Eagles leading. Trying to keep the Buffs from doing any more damage. The pitch. Bouncing ball into the hole at short. Dye chases the runner back to second. Johnson retreats, and then Dye throws out Grassi at first, 6-3. 2 away. Inning should be over. It brings up the pitcher, Wheeler. She lined out to left her first time up. 2 out, runner on second. First pitch to Wheeler. Taken below the knees for a ball, 1-0. The pitch elevates for ball 2. 2-0. Wheeler takes in the turf for ball 3. First base empty. Rogers in danger of issuing her second free pass of this relief effort. 3 balls, no strikes, 2 outs. 8-4 Eagles, top of the second. 3-0. Downstairs for ball 4. A 4-pitch walk for Wheeler. And there's 2 on. And 2 out for the Eagles. And Carson-Newman will make another pitching change. Sierra Rogers records 1 out, walks 2, and the Eagles go back to the bullpen. Lexi Lacey re-enters. She was the savior of Game 1. More on that when we come back after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
Sure, we've been around a while, 171 years to be exact. We know the power of a liberal arts-based Christian education and the tremendous potential of what can be found on this campus, within this community. We are adventurers, dreamers, believers, passionate and compassionate, curious and clever, driven by a common purpose towards a common goal.
I found my passion.
I found purpose.
We are Carson-Newman.
What will you find?
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
Lexi Lacey is the new pitcher for Carson-Newman, and her first pitch is a ball to Lainey Lloyd. Lacey with a 5.63 ERA worked a 3-inning save in game one of one-hit shutout ball. The 1-0. Taken on the outside edge for a strike by Lloyd. It's 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. One other change to note, Macaulay Bailey also back into the game to catch in place of Bailey Worley, who caught the first bit of this inning. The 1-1. Stung, past Morris at third, scooped up by Warder in left. Throw to the plate, grabbed by Bailey, throw to second, sweep, not in time. So it's an RBI single for Lainey Lloyd. She goes to second on the throw. Wheeler moves to third. Johnson scores from 2 bases away. And it's an 8-5 ball game. So the Buffs bat around and answer with a 5-run top of the second. And Halliburton, who struck out and reached on a wild pitch to start this inning, her spot in the order comes back up. And I'm presuming Halliburton will be re-entered for Blevins, who pinch ran for her. We think it's Halliburton. Milligan doesn't have front-facing numbers, so we don't have confirmation yet. It is not Halliburton. It is Stephanie Steele. Pinch hitting here. So Stephanie Steele gets a pinch hit at bat. 0-1. Lacey pitches. Outside for a ball. It's 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Inning should be over. Buffs have 2 in scoring position. A 5-run second for Milligan. Fouled back to the netting by Steele, 1-2. Steele's hitting a .148 this season, 4 hits and 27 at-bats. 8-5, Carson-Newman leads Milligan here in the top of the second inning. In a game that is 57 minutes old. The 1-2. Check swing and a pitch upstairs, 2-2. 5 runs off of 4 hits for Milligan. No errors and 1 left. 8 runs off of 6 hits for the Eagles. 1 error and 1 left. Anything else that scores here in the second would be unearned for Milligan. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Inning over. Milligan takes advantage of some Carson-Newman miscues and does some damage. 5 runs off of 3 hits and error and 2 left on base in an inning where probably only 1 run should have scored. But a strikeout, wild pitch, and an error extended things for the Buffs. And they get the majority of that 8-run deficit back. Down by 3 after an inning and a half. Back after this on the Eagle Sports Network.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City has deals for Carson-Newman students. Bring in your valid student ID when you order for pickup or delivery, and Domino's in Jefferson City will give you a steaming hot large 1-topping pizza for $4.99. That's a large 1-topping pizza for Carson-Newman students for $4.99 at Domino's in Jeff City. Call 865-471-6700 to order. That's 865-471-6700. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
Okay, let's see. I'm ready to do this. Carson-Newman. It's been around since 1851. Lots of flexible online programs. Wow. World-class accredited academics. A faith and learning environment with professors who really care about me. A top 10 best value school. Carson-Newman gives $48 million a year in financial aid. This is the perfect place. I'm in.
Eight to 5 in a slugfest here in the nightcap. Eagles won game 1 6-0. And what was a pitching duel early. The runs have come tumbling out of game 2 of this doubleheader as Wheeler goes back to work in the circle with the first pitch to Brooke Matizowski. And that ball has eyes to the left side of the infield for a base hit. Matizowski singles past the reach of Vigil at third and York in short. And the leadoff batter aboard for the Eagles. Carson-Newman sent 12 to the plate and scored 8 times off of 6 hits in the first. Milligan responded with a 5-run top of the second, though. And now Brooklyn Lucero stands in for the Eagles with Matizowski on first. First pitch to Lucero is a strike at the handles, 0-1. Lucero hit a solo home run, her 4th of the season to left center. Her first time up. 0-1. Wheeler pitches. Lucero swings, hammers it down the left field line. This ball is out of here. Brooklyn Lucero, second home run in as many plate appearances. She blasts off down the left field line, and Carson-Newman stretches it back to a 5-run game. Lucero wears the pink sombrero. It's 10-5 Eagles. Third home run of game 2 for Carson-Newman. Brings up Winter Morris. Wheeler rolls the ball against her right hip and pitches. And Morris takes low below the knees for a ball, 1-0. Morris singled through the right side her first time up. Wheeler 1-0 and pitching. Morris watches it bounce in the turf for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes, nobody out. A single and a dinger to put the Eagles up 10-5. You're in the bottom of the second inning. And now Wes Hawley has his lineup card out. And another change coming for the Buffs. Wheeler goes 2/3 of an inning, gives up 3 hits and 5 runs with 3 walks. And Hawley making a change. And this is going to be a complicated one, I fear. So Wheeler exits. It might not be complicated. Might just be a straight DP pitcher switch. Schoen's back in to throw. So the starter re-enters. And that's it. So Schoen back to work in the circle. Presuming Wheeler will go back to her DP spot. And Schoen will enter with a 2-0 count on Winter Morris. Schoen started the game, pitched a third of an inning, gave up 5 hits and 5 runs. And then Wheeler replaced her, went 2/3 innings, gave up 3 hits, 5 runs, and 3 walks, facing 8 batters. Both pitchers have given up 2 extra base hits, Schoen 2 home runs, Wheeler a home run and a double. And now Schoen goes back to work. She's thrown 26 pitches, 15 for strikes. Base is empty and nobody out for Winter Morris. The 2-0. Morris skies it down the right field line. It's in foul ground and into Carson-Newman's cages, 2-1. Pitch. Off the plate away for ball 3, 3-1. We have played an inning and a half in a game that is now officially 1 hour old. 3-1. Morris swings, lifts it to right. Ranging in is Brown, who gets the glove up and makes the catch at chest height to get Morris. One away in the bottom of the second. 10-5, Eagles leading. 8 in the first, 2 in the second. Carson-Newman has plated 6 of its 10 runs via the long ball. Bailey a 3-run home run and Lucero a pair of jacks as Elena Smith stands in and takes up for a ball, 1-0. Smith walked and scored a run her first time up. Shown the 1-0. Smith takes a strike at the belt on the outer half, 1-1. One and one. Smith takes high for ball 2. Two one. Smith flips it foul to the backstop, 2-2. Two. Smith chops it foul over the press box on the first base side. Count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two and two. Shown rolls the ball against her right hip. The pitch stays high. 3-2 to Smith. Three balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Base is empty for the Eagles in the bottom of the second. The payoff pitch. Smith swings and misses. A touch late. And Schoen has her 7th strikeout of the season. 2 away. So 2 out for Kennedy Warder, who walked and scored a run her first time up. Eagles 10, Milligan 5 here in the bottom of the second inning. 10 runs off of 8 hits for the Eagles. Carson-Newman's hit 3 home runs as Warder stands in and takes a first pitch strike at the knees on the outer half. It's 0-1. The pitch elevates to head height, 1-1. One ball, 1 strike to Warder. Shown pitches, and Warder hits it foul to the backstop, 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. Shown the offering. Warder swings, line drive, left center field. Playing back is Grassi, and she's able to hustle over to the alleyway and retire Warder on a well-hit line drive. She's not playing back. That's extra bases for Kennedy Warder. Well, after the home run for Lucero, Schoen settles in and retires the next 3 Eagles in order. Through 2, it's a 10-5 lead for the Eagles. Brown, Vigil, and Lawson scheduled to appear for the Buffs after this on the Eagle Sports Network.
This is Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins. I want to help your family secure its financial future. I'm with Modern Woodman Financial Planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. That's cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. Help secure your family's financial future through Modern Woodman Financial Planning.
The number one source for Carson-Newman athletics gear is shopseeandeagles.com, where you can find gear from Adidas, Columbia, Nike, and Under Armour. Shirts, jerseys, sweatshirts, shorts, pants, hats, and scarves. Shopseeandeagles.com is your source for everything CN. You can even show your school spirit on your smartphone or tablet. All of your game day essentials can be found in one place. ShopSeeAndEagles.com.
Alexis Brown leads off the top of the third for Milligan in a 10-5 ball game. And Lacey's first pitch to her is roped down the right field line, but fouled by 6 feet. 0-1. 10-5, Carson-Newman leading. The runs have come tumbling out of the nightcap of this doubleheader. 8 in the first, 2 in the second for the Eagles. 5 in the second for the Buffs. In a game that is 1 hour and 5 minutes old. 0-1 to Brown. Lacey pitches. And Brown takes a strike at the belt, 0-2. Lacey used 32 pitches to collect a 3-inning save in game 1. Here's the 0-2. Brown takes off the plate at the belt for a ball, 1-2. Nicolette Ferguson started in the circle for the Eagles. Went an inning and a third, gave up 2 hits and 3 runs, 2 earned. 1-2. How about that? A broken bat, foul ball. When have you seen that? A broken bat, a broken metal bat. Never have I ever. I've seen that plenty at the major league level, the minor league level. I've done a lot of softball games, and I have never seen a broken bat. Foul ball. It wasn't a fair ball. How about that? Mia, that better go in the highlight reel. 1-2. Lacey pitches. Brown hacks at an upstairs pitch and fouls it to the right and out of play. That's the kind of pitch where we sort of wish our photographer Adam Green was out there to try to dance away from the part of the broken bat that was in the field of play. 1-2. Brown takes outside for a ball, 2-2. 10-5, Eagles leading. We're in the top of the third. It's the beautiful thing about baseball and softball. You never know what you're going to see. The 2-2. Outside for ball 3. Count loads up on the leadoff batter, Alexis Brown. Payoff pitch coming. Lacey rocks and fires. Laser beam to right center, but right in the sights of Macy Hughes, who runs it down in the right center field alleyway. Well hit by Alexis Brown, but Hughes able to chase it down. There's one away. Brings up Haley Vigil, who grounded out to first unassisted her first time up. She's 0 for 1. 1 out, base is empty for the Buffs in the top of the third. First pitch is a strike at the knees, 0-1. 10-5, Carson-Newman leads Milligan. Here in the nightcap, Eagles prevailed in game 1, 6-0. This contest has been far more offensively charged. 0-1. Cued foul off of third, 0-2. Carson-Newman has shuffled its lineup mightily for the nightcap. Asked Brooke Matazowski when's the last time she played second. She said, I don't know, I think I was 9. Winter Morris gets her first career start at third. Elena Smith, her second career start at first. The 0-2 on the outside edge for a called strike 3. Lexi Lacey rings her up. Second K of game 2, her 5th of the season, and there's 2 away. Brings up the second baseman, Lawson, who homered her last time up. Stays in front of the dish and takes low for a ball, 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs. A 10-5 lead for the Eagles in the top of the third. Pitch in for a strike, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Lacey rolls the ball against her left hip and comes to the plate with a 1-1. Swinging a line drive to right, but right at Macy Hughes, who leaps up and makes the grab to retire Lawson. Couple of well-hit balls in the inning, but Lexi Lacey faces the minimum. Through 2.5, Eagles carry a 10-5 lead over the Buffs. 9-1-2, Brooks, Hughes, and Dye to the plate for Carson-Newman after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
When you're sick and tired of fast food and need a fresh home-cooked meal, turn to Lisa's Country Kitchen. Lisa's been cooking up her fresh, never-frozen food for the Lakeway area for more than 15 years. Lisa's cares about her customers. You may enter a stranger, but you'll leave a friend. From foot-long hot dogs to juicy steaks, Lisa's has the best food for the best prices.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
Trinity Brooks leads things off for the Eagles in the bottom half of the third inning. A 10-5 lead for Carson-Newman over Milligan as Schoen goes back to work. Issuing a first pitch upstairs to Trinity Brooks. For ball 1, it's 1-0. Brooks has an RBI. Does not have an official at-bat in game 2. Worked the bases loaded walk her first time through, the 1-0. Brooks swings and pops it foul to the left. It's over Milligan's dugout and rolling on to Davis Street, where it will come to a rest in the middle of the pavement. 1-1 to Brooks. 8 in the first, 2 in the second for the Eagles. Milligan had a 5-run top of the second. The pitch, Brooks swings. Here's a dart into left center field. That's down for extra bases and rolling all the way to the wall. The center fielder Johnson comes up, throws into third as Brooks slides in with her second triple of the season. Brooks was so close to pulling that off a couple times in game number 1, but Johnson was always able to get on her horse. This time, Brooks pokes it high and long enough to take 3 bases and set up shop on third to lead off the inning. Up comes Macy Hughes, who's 2 for 2. And taking a first pitch strike at the handles on the outer half, 0-1. 0-1. Stays high and outside for a ball, 1-1. One ball, 1 strike to Macy Hughes. The pitch. Hughes bounces past the diving shortstop York. That's into left. Third hit of the day for Macy Hughes. She drives in her 3rd run, and Carson-Newman extends its lead. It's 11-5. 5. 4 runs batted in for the twin bill for Macy Hughes. 166 for her career. She's one away from tying Sarah Kelly for third all-time in a Carson-Newman career. Brings up Hayden Dye, who takes low for a ball, 1-0. 11-5, Eagles have scored in every inning. 8 in the first, 2 in the second, 1 in the third. Nobody out, and Hughes on first after her RBI single. 1-0. There's a changeup that Dye hits to straightaway center field. Coming in initially was Johnson, got a bad read, then retreats and makes a great over-the-shoulder catch to get Dye. Potentially making the routine look spectacular. But Johnson makes the out anyway, and it's out number 1. Her throw-in caromed off field umpire Randy Perrault. There's 1 out and 1 on for Macaulay Bailey. Home run and a pop-up for interference when she clobbered Halliburton on the base pass. First pitch is low for a ball to Bailey, 1-0. 55 runs batted in on the season for Bailey to lead the South Atlantic Conference. Here's the 1-0. Changeup bounces in the turf for a ball, 2-0. Hughes darting off of first, watching to see how Lloyd read it. 2-0 to Macaulay Bailey. Shown. The pitch upstairs, but Bailey chops it foul off a third, 2-1. Trinity Brooks led off this bottom of the third with a triple to left center. Then Hughes drove her in with a single through the left side. A fly out to center from Hayden Dye. And now 1 out and 1 on for Macaulay Bailey, who's hitting .434 this season with runners. Here's a changeup in the turf. Hughes got a great jump and steals second. Ball 3. Hughes was moving on the pitch, saw it was low, and successfully steals her 8th base of the season. 3-1. Shown pitches. Bailey swings, rips it through the left side, a base hit. It rolls up to Grasco in left. Bailey rounds first, heads back. It's an RBI single as Hughes scores from 2 bases away, and the Eagles extend the lead to 12-5. Pair of RBI singles through the left side this inning for the Eagles from Macaulay Bailey and Macy Hughes. And Carson-Newman stretches the lead back to 7 runs for Brooke Matazowski, who swings at the first pitch, lifts it down the left field line, dropping in foul ground. 6 feet foul, 0-1. Matazowski's 1 for 2 in the nightcap. She's flied out to right and singled through the left side. She came around to score a run last time she had a base hit. 0-1 to Matazowski. Shown pitches. Matazowski hits the changeup foul to the backstop, 0-2. 2 runs off of 3 hits. You're in the bottom of the third for Carson-Newman. Carson-Newman scored 12 times off of 11 hits in the game. Milligan has plated 5 runs off of 4 hits. 0-2. Shown pitches. Off the plate away to Matazowski, 1-2. 56 pitches for Sadie Schoen. She was the starter. Got replaced by Wheeler, who gave up 5 runs. The 1-2. Elevated to Matazowski, 2-2. And now has re-entered. So an inning and 2/3 for Sadie Schoen. Has given up 8 hits and 7 runs, all earned. No walks and a strikeout. Pitch. Matazowski drives to left. Retreating back to the warning track is Grassi, pardon me. And she's able to reach up and pull it in at the wall to retire Matazowski on a smoking line drive. 2 away for Brooklyn Lucero. Lucero has homered her first times up. Got 2 dingers on the day. And she'll take low for a ball to begin this at-bat, 1-0. Lucero has 5 home runs on the year, but has a pair of 2 home run games. The 1-0. Lucero will wallop down the left field line, but foul, 1-1. She homered twice against Wheeling. She's homered twice today against Milligan. And if she goes yard again, she will equal Bree Lockett as the only players in program history to homer 3 times in a game. Lockett did it in 2015 against Bluefield State. 1-1. Lucero takes on the outer half for a strike, 1-2. Macaulay Bailey stands on first after her RBI single through the left side. Eagles with 2 runs off of 3 hits in the inning. 1-2. Well upstairs to Lucero, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Shown the break-even pitch. Lucero ropes to right center field. That's a base hit. Bailey goes station to station to second, a wide turn for Lucero, but she heads back. Lucero with a BB to right center keeps the inning moving for Winter Morris. Eagles 12, Milligan 5 here in the bottom of the third. 8 in the first, 2 in the second, 2 in the third for the Eagles. Looking for another 2-out hit. Carson-Newman 4 for 5 today with runners in scoring position as Morris pelts one back up the box. That's a base hit. Eagles go station to station as Johnson gets the throw back into the infield. First pitch swinging for Winter Morris. And the bases are loaded with 2 out for Elena Smith. Back-to-back 2-out singles for Carson-Newman. Has them loaded up. So Elena Smith comes in. She's 0 for 1 here in the nightcap. A walk and a strikeout with a run scored. Bases loaded for Elena Smith. Only negative, the Eagles don't have their most fleet of foot players on the pass. First pitch to Schoen to Smith is low for a ball, 1-0. Between Morris, Lucero, and Bailey, there's only 1 stolen base between the trio on base. 1-0. Smith chops it foul off of third, 1-1. This is Elena Smith's first at-bat this season with the bases loaded. Carson-Newman, .370 average this season as a team with the bases juiced. 1-0 to Smith, Schoen pitches. Smith swings and bounces it foul off a third. 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Back-to-back 2-out singles have loaded them up for the Eagles after Bailey's base hit through the left side. Schoen, 1-2 offering. Smith keeps the bat on her shoulder on a pitch outside, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 12-5. Carson-Newman leads by 7 here in the bottom of the third. Trying to take this back out to run rule territory. Here's the 2-2. Smith chops it foul off the plate. 2-2 count holds. Shown up to 70 pitches now. In 2 innings, she's given up 10 hits and 7 runs, all earned. Started the day with a 4.56 ERA. It's now climbed to 5.63. 2-2 to Smith. Upstairs, little check swing. It will drop to the second baseman. Lawson, throw to first, not in time. Smith beats it out. Bailey scores, and it's a 13-5 lead. Lawson could have tagged Winter Morris. Instead, it goes down as a bases-loaded infield single, and the third run crosses for Carson-Newman. 13-5, Eagles lead. And there's still juice for Kennedy Warder. First pitch to Warder is swung on, lifted to right center field. On the hop, Johnson, who chases it down toward the alleyway to retire Warder for a line drive out. Eagles leave him loaded, but 3 straight 2-out hits stretch it back to run rule territory. 3 runs off of 6 hits for Carson-Newman. Eagles up by 8, 13-5, headed to the 4th here on the Eagles Sports Network. It's Carson-Newman 13 and Milligan 5 as we come to the top of the 4th inning. Jalen Halliburton being tended to after Macaulay Bailey ran her over on the base paths. And she's walking with a towel over her head to the Milligan dugout, and Milligan head coach Wes Hawley has his lineup card out for some potential changes. Carson-Newman remains the same. Eagles have scored 8 in the first, 2 in the second, 3 in the third. Milligan plated 5 runs in the top of the second, and what has been an offensive explosion of Game 2 of this doubleheader. Eagles won Game 1 6-0. As Sadie Schoen is scheduled to appear for the Buffs. She's walked and scored a run here in the nightcap as Lacey pitches. And I believe it's Schoen, takes strike 1, 0-1. And indeed it is Schoen. Milligan does not have front-facing numbers on its jerseys. And here on the first base side, those right-hand batters can't always confirm. The 0-1 flipped into right field. And that's over the head of the leaping second baseman Matazowski. And down for a base hit for Sadie Schoen. Her second hit of the season. And Milligan gets the leadoff batter aboard to start the top of the 4th. Brings up the center fielder, Maggie Johnson. Top of the order, Johnson's 2 for 2 in Game 2. Lacey pitches, and Johnson takes for a ball 1-0. Johnson ambles back in. Lacey the 1-0. Half swing. Johnson does come around and gets called for strike 1. 1-1. Top of the 4th of a 13-5 Carson-Newman lead on the Buffs. 1-1. Stays up for a ball, 2-1. Nicolette Ferguson did not hit the pitching minimum to qualify for a win here in Game 2 as she started and gave up 3 runs in an inning and 2/3. The 2-1. Swing and a bouncing ball off the diving Morris at third. Ricochets into left. Gets picked up by Warder. A base hit for Johnson in the first 2 reach for the Buffs. And at present standing, Lexi Lacey has pitched the most effectively of Carson-Newman's relievers today. And so at present standing, she is in line for the win in relief as Grassi stands in. Multi-hit effort in game number 1, but she's 0 for 2 here at the nightcap. Comes up with nobody out and 2 on. First pitch to Grassi is taken for a strike on the outer half, 0-1. 29 pitches for Lexi Lacey in an inning and a third of relief. She has thrown 61 for the doubleheader, combined with her 3-inning save from Game 1. 0-1, fouled back and out of play by Grassi. 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Schoen on second, Johnson on first. Lacey, the 0-2 offering. The pause and the pitch. The 0-2 is chopped foul to first. Smith freezes it. Dode over it, no balls and 2 strikes. 13-5, Eagles leading. Carson-Newman's hit 3 home runs here in the nightcap, 2 from Brooklyn Lucero, 1 from Macaulay Bailey. Lucero with 9 total bases on the day, going 3 for 3 with 3 driven in. The 0-2 off the plate away. Grassi doesn't give chase. It's a ball and 2 strikes. 1 ball, 2 strikes, nobody out. 2 straight singles for the Buffs to start the 4th. Here's the 1-2. Bounce back up the box. Dye gets it into her glove, but no play. That's an infield single for Grassi. Ball bounced out of Dye's glove, but that would have been a really tough throw to first. It's an infield single for Grassi, and the bases are loaded with nobody out. For a pinch hitter, it's Marissa Cass-Stevens.
Good practice situation. Up a little bit.
So Cass-Stevens hitting in place of the designated player Wheeler. As Lacey deals on the outside edge for a strike, it's 0-1. 3rd at-bat of the season for Cass-Stevens. She's 1 for 2 with a run scored and a run batted in. Bases loaded for her and nobody out in the top of the 4th. 0-1. Popped in the air. Lacey dives. It kicks off her glove past Macaulay Bailey, and Schoen scores. Well, that is hard luck. Typically, you would see an infield fly call, but that requires routine effort. That was not routine effort for Lexi Lacey. That was unbelievable effort to even get a glove to the ball. But it goes down as one of the weirder singles you'll see. Schoen crosses home. And it's a 13-6 lead for the Eagles off of the 4th straight hit for Milligan to start this top of the 4th inning. Lexi Lacey chatting things over. Michael Graves has his lineup card out. And the Eagles will make a pitching change. Haley Leslie is on in relief of Lexi Lacey. 13-6, Carson-Newman leads it. Nobody out and the bases loaded in the top of the 4th. We're back after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
There's something about a small community that unites us, whether it's cheering on our favorite team or the way we come together in a crisis. Small communities are made up of people with big hearts. We're dedicated to hard work and innovation through sunny days and stormy nights. AEC is always here, powering the people and the places that make our community a spectacular place to call home. AEC, power what matters most.
Insurance, it's about people, not things. It's about security. It's about confidence. It's about relationships. It's about trust. It's about you. As a local independent agent, Bible Insurance Agency can design an insurance program that's just right for you and your family. Give the people you love safe, sound, secure protection from Auto Owners Insurance. Call Bible Insurance Agency 423-586-4320 or go by 1600 East Andrew Johnson Highway in Morristown.
First pitch from Haley Leslie to Lainey Lloyd is fouled off, and it's 0-1 to Lloyd, who's 1 for 2 with a single and a run batted in. Comes up with the bases loaded and nobody out in the top of the 4th. The pitch popped in the air down the left field line. That is foul, and it's 0-2. 4 straight singles to start the top of the 4th for the Buffs. A bloop single off of the diving pitcher Lexi Lacey's glove, brings in the first run of the inning for Milligan. 0-2 to Lloyd. Off the plate away for a ball, 1-2. Johnson on third, Grassi on second, Cass Stevens on first. Milligan trying to make some more inroads into this deficit. Carson-Newman led 8-0 after one, then Milligan scored 5 in the top of the second to get it back down to a 3-run game. Here's the 1-2 to Lloyd. Off the plate away, ball 2. Then the Eagles countered with a 2-run bottom of the second on Lucero's second home run of the day. And then Carson-Newman plates 3 in the bottom of the third to go up 13-5. Milligan not going quietly into the night. 2-2. Leslie pitches, and Lloyd shoots it foul back and out of play. Two and two. Leslie deals. Swung on, lifted to left center field. Brooks lays out and makes a spectacular highlight reel snag, and the Eagles exchange the out for the run. Sensational grab by Trinity Brooks. Johnson tags and scores. It's a sacrifice fly for Lloyd. And a 13-7 ball game now. 1 out and 2 on. Up comes Steph Steele. Haley Leslie winds and delivers. And Steele takes outside for a ball, 1-0. Steele struck out swinging her first time up. Leslie, the 1-0. Popped in the air, back to the circle. Leslie corrals, and that's out number 2. Did not see the infield fly go up, but infield fly should have been in effect there. So 2 away for Alexis Brown. Brown's 0 for 2 here in the nightcap. 0 for 5 for the doubleheader, and she takes high for a ball, 1-0. 2 runs across here in the top of the fourth for the Buffs to make this a 13-7 ball game. A Cass Stevens infield single to the pitcher. A Lloyd sacrifice fly to left center. Here's the 1-0. Off speed, Brown doesn't time it up, and it's 1-1. Popped in the air, shallow left center field. Brooks calls off Dye, and the center fielder makes the grab to retire Brown. But a little damage for the Buffs. First 4 players of the inning successfully singled. Milligan scores twice thanks to that offensive output. 2 runs off of 4 hits in the frame. It's a 13-7 lead for the Eagles with 9-1-2 due up after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
Don't know what to wear on game day? Head over to shopseeandeagles.com for all of your Carson-Newman athletics gear. You can find clothing from Adidas, Columbia, Nike, and Under Armour to cover you from head to toe. ShopSeeAndEagles.com also has duffel bags, backpacks, jewelry, pet supplies, and gifts. Don't waste any more time. Prove you are the ultimate Carson-Newman fan with the official gear of the Eagles at ShopSeeAndEagles.com. Visit today.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long, from the morning with her $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Trinity Brooks leads off the home half of the fourth inning with a 13-7 lead for Carson-Newman as Sadie Schoen goes back to work. And the first pitch is a one-hopper to third. Vigil fields cleanly and throws to first to the new first baseman, Alana Parsons, for out number one. So one pitch, one out. And up comes Macy Hughes. Hughes has had a quality game too as she takes on the outside edge for a strike, 0-1. Hughes, 3 for 3, 2 singles, 3 driven in. She takes up for a ball, 1-1. She scored 2 runs on the day and used an opportunity for a 4-hit day, something she's done 2 other times in her career. Swings this pitch, here it is. Base hit down the left field line. Extra bases for Hughes as she chugs around first and motors into second with a stand-up 1-out double. Right on schedule, Macy Hughes. 4 hits against UVA Wise on March 22nd, 22. 4 hits at Wingate on March 27th, 2021. And now here in her senior season, her 3rd career 4-hit day. 1 out, runner on second in Hughes for Hayden Dye, who takes in the turf for a ball, 1-0. Dye hitting .425 is 1 for 2 here in the nightcap. She's singled, scored a run, driven in a run with a sacrifice fly, and flied out to center. 13-7 Eagles leading in the bottom of the 4th, the 1-0. Dye swings, line drive, right field. Ranging over is Brown. She scoops it up. Tagging from second, moving to third is Macy Hughes. It's a productive out from Hayden Dye. She hit it well. Brown played it well. And there's 2 out and a runner on third for Macaulay Bailey. Eagles have scored in every inning so far today. Looking to extend that with Bailey coming up. Bailey's driven in 4, a single, a home run. And she takes outside for a ball, 1-0. 13-7, Carson-Newman leading Milligan here in the bottom of the 4th. 13 runs off of 15 hits for the Eagles. The 1-0. Bailey swings, bouncing ball up the left field line, base hit. Bailey rolls around first. She wants 2 bases. Hughes has scored. It's an RBI double for Macaulay Bailey, her 5th run driven in of game number 2. And the Eagles stretch the lead to 14-7. A 3-hit day for Macaulay Bailey. Now with 57 runs batted in for the season. Eagles have 2 touchdowns and 2 PATs to Milligan's 1. Brooke Matazowski takes outside for a ball. 1-0. This would be fairly familiar if you were on a gridiron in 1920, whenever Milligan last had football. The 1-0. High for a ball, 2-0. To Brooke Matazowski. 1 for 3 in the nightcap with a run scored. She singled and pummeled 2 pitches for outs in the outfield. Here's a changeup, bounce to third. Vigil fields cleanly. And the throw to first is in time to Parsons for the final out of the inning. Carson-Newman scores once off of 2 hits and leaves a runner in scoring position. 14-7, Eagles lead it. Headed to the 5th on the Eagles Sports Network.
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
Carson-Newman leads by a touchdown, 14-7. Eagles over Milligan. You're in game 2 of this doubleheader. Game 2 that is 1 hour and 44 minutes old. Carson-Newman's pounded out 14 runs on 16 hits. Milligan has scored 7 times off of 8 hits. And Haley Vigil leads things off here in the top of the 5th for Milligan, who has not gone quietly into the night after Carson-Newman's 8-run first. First pitch to Vigil is upstairs for a ball, 1-0. Haley Leslie, an inning of relief. Faces off with Vigil for the first time, who's 0 for 2. Righty Leslie brings the 1-0 to the plate. Vigil swings and misses. It's 1-1. (14-7). Eagles leading. 1-1 to Vigil. Swing and a miss. 1-2. One and two. Vigil cues it foul to the backstop. Do it again. One and two. Leslie fires. And Vigil takes inside of the belt for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The leadoff batter, Vigil. 5 hits and 42 at-bats this season. 2-2. Leslie, the pitch. Check swing for a strike. Vigil takes a seat looking. That's the 12th strikeout of the season for Haley Leslie, and there's one away in the top of the 5th. If this score remains, Carson-Newman would need to score 1 time in the bottom of the 5th inning to end the game via the run rule as Lawson stands in. Taking on the outside edge, a check swing for a strike, 0-1. The pitch popped. Foul over the dugout on the third base side, 0-2. Nothing in 2 to Lawson, who's homered and lined out today. The pitch off the plate away for a ball, 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. These were the late games of the day in the South Atlantic Conference around the softball diamonds in the league. Leslie, the 1-2 to Lawson. Hit foul backing out of play. Do it over again at the ball and 2 strikes. Catawba sweeps its doubleheader with Limestone, winning game 1 5-1. And the nightcap 6-1. Tusculum took game 1 against Young Harris in run rule fashion, 9-0, before squeaking out a 6-3 win over the Mountain Lions in the nightcap. Marsville run-ruled Carolina University in game 1, 8-0, the 1-2. Popped in the air, third base side, but that lands before Morris can get there. Count remains at a ball and 2 strikes. But in game 2 of the doubleheader, Mars Hill and Carolina deadlocked 8-8. That game has gone to the top of the 8th inning over at Ponder Field. One and 2 to Lawson. 1 out, base is empty. Leslie pitches, and Lawson shoots it foul off of first. She stays alive to see a 7th pitch of this at-bat. 14-7. Carson-Newman leads here in the top of the 5th inning. Eagles scored 8 in the first, 2 in the second, 3 in the third, 1 in the fourth. There was a 5-run second for Milligan and a 2-run fourth for the Buffs. 1 and 2. Leslie pitches. Little number foul off of third. Lawson fighting it off to stay alive and see an 8th pitch in this at-bat. One other doubleheader on the docket had Wingate traveling to play Barton. But that doubleheader got canceled because Barton had to make up a Conference Carolinas game against UNC Pembroke. 1 and 2 to Lawson. Here's Leslie's pitch. Swing and a miss. Or a foul tip into the mitt. Regardless, it's a strikeout, the second of the day for Haley Leslie. And it's 2 up, 2 down with a pair of punch-outs for Leslie to open the 5th. Brings up the 9-hole hitting Sadie Schoen. 2 out, nobody on for the Buffs. As Schoen stands in, and Leslie pitches. Schoen swings and skies it foul over the dugout on the first base side, 0-1. Schoen has been aboard twice and scored 2 runs. She has a walk and a single to her name. 0-1. Leslie pitches. Swing and a miss. Schoen's late. And Leslie's in the driver's seat at 0-2. Adam Cavalier, glad to have you today. Our director is Ian Johnson, replay operator Mia Toribio. Our fantastic camera crew, the 0-2. Little looper over. Matazowski's at second. Grabbed by Hughes in right. Throw to first is not in time. Schoen beats it out by a step. She entered this doubleheader with 1 hit on the season. She's got a multi-hit effort here in the nightcap. A 2-out single to right for Schoen. And the lineup turns back to the top of the order for the center fielder, Maggie Johnson, who has had herself a game number 2. A 3-for-3 day with an RBI and a double. Leslie pitches, and Johnson takes upstairs for a ball, 1-0. Our fantastic camera crew, you got Rick Gentahome, Jamie Pay, Max Bryant, and Jay West. Grateful for their efforts throughout today's Twin Bill. 1-0, Leslie pitches. Up and away for a ball, 2-0. Leslie, the 4th pitcher of the day for Carson-Newman. At present standing, Lexi Lacey is in line for the win in relief. Here's the 2-0. Swing and a miss. For a strike, it's 2-1. Leslie, an inning and 2/3 of relief. Two-one pitch. Strike at the handles. On the outer half, 2-2. I suppose in a quirk of how softball is, if Leslie pitches the final 3 innings of this game, Carson-Newman would have itself its 2nd save of the day. The 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Leslie strikes out the side in the top of the 5th to work around the 2-out single from Schoen. She's pitched 2 innings of 1-hit shutout ball in relief. And Carson-Newman has a 14-7 lead over the Buffs. A run across here in the bottom of the 5th would earn the Eagles a walk-off run rule win. We're back after this on the Eagle Sports Network.
Sure, we've been around a while, 171 years to be exact. We know the power of a liberal arts-based Christian education and the tremendous potential of what can be found on this campus, within this community. We are adventurers, dreamers, believers, passionate and compassionate, curious and clever, driven by a common purpose towards a common goal.
I found my passion.
I found purpose.
We are Carson-Newman.
What will you find?
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
14-7. Carson-Newman leads here at the bottom of the fifth inning, and Brooklyn Lucero starts off this bottom of the fifth by taking upstairs for a ball from Sadie Schoen. It's 1-0. 1-0. Change up. Lucero pelts to Davis Street. 1-1. Lucero's had herself a quality game, too. 3 for 3. Pair of home runs and a single. She has 9 total bases on the day. She goes yard here. 1, she'll end the game. 2, 1-1. Popped in the air. Don't think this one has the distance as Parson ranges into foul ground from first and makes the can of corn grab to retire Lucero. Now Lucero will not tie Bree Lockett as the only player in school history with 3 home runs in a single game. 1 away, bases empty for Winter Morris. Multi-hit effort here in the nightcap with a pair of singles. Swings at the first pitch, lifts it to right. Retreating to the warning track is Brown, and she camps under it to put away Morris. Effective work for Sadie Schoen. 3 pitches, 2 outs. And it brings up Elena Smith. 14-7, Carson-Newman leads it in the bottom of the fifth inning. Schoen pitches, and Smith takes her a strike at the belt. It's 0-1. Schoen started, got pulled, re-entered. She has thrown 4 innings, given up 13 hits and 9 runs, all earned. 0-1. Upstairs to Smith, 1-1. 14 runs off of 16 hits for the Eagles with an error and 5 left. Buffs with 7 runs off of 9 hits, no errors, and 6 left. 1-1. And there for a strike at the handles, 1-2 to Smith. Carson-Newman has scored in every inning so far today. They played a run here in the bottom of the fifth. It's game over via the run rule. But a lot of work to be done before that can really be talked about. As Smith takes low for a ball, 2-2. Smith does have pretty good pop off the bat, but she has not hit a home run in her Carson-Newman softball career. Does have a double to her name this season, the 2-2. Smith swings, fly ball into left. Playing back was Grassi. Bit of a run, but she races under it, and that gets Smith. First time today that the Eagles are retired in order. First time in game 2 that they're held scoreless for an inning. 14-7. Carson-Newman leads it after 5. 2-3-4 due up for the Buffs when we return after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City has deals for Carson-Newman students. Bring in your valid student ID when you order for pickup or delivery, and Domino's in Jefferson City will give you a steaming hot large one-topping pizza for $4.99. That's a large one-topping pizza for Carson-Newman students for $4.99 at Domino's in Jeff City. Call 865-471-6700 to order. That's 865-471-6700. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
Okay, let's see. I'm ready to do this. Carson-Newman. It's been around since 1851. Lots of flexible online programs. Wow. world-class accredited academics, a faith and learning environment with professors who really care about me, a top 10 best value school. Carson-Newman gives $48 million a year in financial aid. This is the perfect place. I'm in.
(14-7), Carson-Newman leads Milligan as we come to the top of the 6th inning. And the Eagles make some defensive changes as Haley Leslie goes back to work. And the first pitch that she issues is swung on and driven by Grassi down the left field line into the corner. Warder up with it, but not before Grassi leads off the top of the 6th with a double down the left field line. And it's a leadoff batter aboard for the Buffs. 14-7, Carson-Newman leads by a touchdown as the DP spot comes up for the Buffs. Cass Stevens was the last to occupy it. Again, Milligan no front-facing numbers, so we'll wait on that. First pitch to Cass Stevens is swung on and missed for strike one. Indeed, it is Cass Stevens. 0-1. Cass Stevens, an RBI single with the bases loaded her first time up, the 0-1. That's their first strike, 0-2. Grassi on second with a leadoff double. Cass Stevens to the plate. 0-2. Here's the pitch. Downstairs for a ball, 1-2. How about the length of this game, too? We are now exactly 2 hours old, and Carson-Newman Baseball's bus has returned from Young Harris after the Eagles fell 7-4 at noon today. 1-2. Bouncing ball to second. Hughes scoops, throw to first in time to Smith. A productive out for Cass Stevens, moves Grassi over to third. Should reset Carson-Newman's defensive alignment. Eagles have made 3 changes. In the order, Riley Sharp has entered for Winter Morris and gone to right field. Macy Hughes moves to second, in from right, and moving from second base to third base is Brooke Matazowski. Laney Lloyd comes in as Leslie pitches, and it's fouled off a third. Nice shimmy and shake by a spry Wes Hawley, who's in his 36th season coaching softball at Milligan. 0-1. Eagles and Buffs haven't played since 1992, but nothing's changed for Milligan. Wes Hawley was in the third base coach's box the last time these teams faced off. 0-1 to Lloyd, who's 1 for 2 today. She loops this one to center field. Long run for Brooks, who races under it and grabs it to retire Lloyd. 2 away. Grassi jumped off of third, didn't wait to tag. Brooks was moving toward the plate. Probably had momentum on her side for a good throw if Grassi had elected to tag. Brings up the first baseman Parsons, who has her first plate appearance of game number 2. Defensive change a couple innings ago for the Buffs. Leslie pitches, and Parsons takes a strike at the knees, 0-1. Leslie gets an out here and finishes this game. She would qualify for a 3-inning save in a 7-run game. Go figure. And that's if she finishes the game. The 0-1. It's a strike at the knees, 0-2. Lexi Lacey is in line for the win in relief after Nicolette Ferguson did not hit the pitching minimum in her start. The 0-2. Called strike 3 at the knees, inning over. Haley Leslie has 4 strikeouts, and she is in a bizarre save situation if the Eagles walk it off via the run rule. In the bottom of the 6th, it's 14-7. Carson-Newman in charge. Warder, Brooks, and Hughes to the plate for the Eagles when we come back after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
This is Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins. I want to help your family secure its financial future. I'm with Modern Woodman Financial Planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. That's cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. Help secure your family's financial future through Modern Woodman Financial Planning.
The number one source for Carson-Newman athletics gear, shop cneagles.com, where you can find gear from Adidas, Columbia, Nike, and Under Armour. Shirts, jerseys, sweatshirts, shorts, pants, hats, and scarves. Shop cneagles.com is your source for everything CN. You can even show your school spirit on your smartphone or tablet. All of your game day essentials can be found in one place. Shop cneagles.com.
Kennedy Warder leads things off for the Eagles in the bottom of the sixth inning, and the first pitch to her from Schoen is in there for a strike, 0-1. Schoen started, got pulled, re-entered, and has put together a 4 1/3 inning performance in the circle, allowing 13 hits and 9 runs. Warder stings this one 5-hole through the wickets of the third baseman Vigil, and Warder is aboard to lead off the top of the sixth. E5 allows Warder to reach. That brings up Trinity Brooks, who squares to bunt, leaves it down, and takes a swinging strike one as a result. Game-ending run on first base for Carson-Newman. 0-1. Upstairs for a ball, it's 1-1. 1 ball and 1 strike to Trinity Brooks. Brooks, a walk, a triple, and a ground out to third. 14-7, Eagles lead it here in the bottom of the sixth inning. 1-1. Brooks bunts. It's fouled off of third. 1-2. Started fair, chopped high, and landed foul. And so a sacrifice bunt no longer an option here for Trinity Brooks. She'll have to swing away. 1-2. Schoen deals. Brooks swings. A little poke to the left center field alleyway, but Johnson shaded perfectly. And she puts away Brooks for out number 1. Lineup turns back to the top of the order for Macy Hughes, who has had herself a high-level day. 4 for 4. First pitch to Hughes, loops high for a ball, 1-0. She's an RBI away from tying Sarah Kelly for third all-time in a career at Carson-Newman. The pitch. Belted through the left side. It's a 5-hit day for Macy Hughes. She singles. Warder goes to second. How about Macy Hughes? 5-hit day for her. She's tied Brandy Harden, Kim Bingham, Leah Sohm, and Susie Campbell. 5th player in school history with 5 hits in a game. And that brings up Hayden Dye. First pitch to Dye is taken for a strike, 0-1. No balls, a strike, and an out. Game-ending run, 120 feet away. The pitch. Dye hangs in the air to right. Going back to the warning track is Brown. She reaches up and plucks it out of the sky. Tagging and moving to third is Warder. Hughes stays put on first, and it brings up Macaulay Bailey. Bailey's been dangerous. 3 for 4. And has driven in 5 runs. 14-7, Eagles lead it here in the bottom of the 6th. First pitch to Bailey is downstairs for a ball, 1-0. Bailey has homered and driven in solo runs with a single to the left side and a double. Pitch upstairs, 2-0 to Bailey. Second base is empty. If Schoen were to issue a free pass to her. 2-0 to Bailey. Here's the pitch. Bailey swings, bouncing ball back up the box. Base hit, ball game over. Carson-Newman walks it off via the run rule. On a single back up the middle for Macaulay Bailey, her 6th RBI of the day. And Carson-Newman wins it 15-7 to sweep the doubleheader. Carson-Newman prevails in the nightcap 15-7. Lexi Lacey gets the win in the circle, while Haley Leslie collects a bizarre 3-inning save in a run rule game. And the Eagles improve to 28-16 on the year. The Buffs fall to 12-21. Carson-Newman celebrates its senior day, honoring 7 seniors on Saturday at 1 p.m. when Lenore Ryan comes to town for a doubleheader. Until then, for our fantastic crew, our camera operators, Rick Gintahome, Jamie Pay, Max Bryant, and Jay West, our director, Ian Johnson, our replay operator, Mia Toribio, I'm Adam Cavalier saying thanks for joining us. Once again, the final score from the Vic, Carson-Newman 15, Milligan 7 in 6 innings. This is the Eagle Sports Network.